What's up YouTube? It's TLM Jev here. Today I've got two different survivor builds you can use that'll help you get to red rank a little bit easier. These are mostly designed for solo queue because that's most of my games these days. I haven't been doing much SWF. As you can see, this split, I'm only silver 2.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
I did hit red rank 4 last season pretty easily. I only played a little bit and I hit it fairly easy.
Oh my god! Wow!
I will say it is definitely harder in solo queue because you're having to rely on 3 other people to not be terrible at the game. With that being said though, these builds have given me some pretty consistent results. I mean, I'm usually a pip most games. I haven't played a whole lot this split. I've been playing I kind of divide my time. I haven't been playing as much Dead by Daylight this season just in general, but whenever I'm playing, these are the 2 builds I'm using and they give me pretty consistent results and pretty consistent escapes. So we're going to start with the first build. This is probably my favorite build in the game. 2 perks that are almost always on my builds, at least as of right now, and the way the meta is. Life, this perk is really strong. There's a lot of options for exhaustion perks. You can use Light, you can use Sprint Burst, Overcome, Balanced Landing, some others. Life for me is my favorite, just because for looping, it's so nice to be able to use this at will. With Sprint Burst, you just have to be a little bit more cautious and kind of careful with when you use it and managing it. With Life, I know that almost every time I get off the hook, actually every time I get off the hook, and every time I'm in a loop, I can at any moment just break away from the chase and use Life and get some distance. I don't feel like I can do that as easy with Sprint Burst. I think Sprint Burst is also a great option though. I kind of dabbled with Overcome for a little while. I keep going back to Life. It's my favorite one to use, and I think it's probably the best. You could argue Sprint Burst. There's no problem with either one. Off the record, you don't have to use off the record. If you're getting to the end game collapse pretty consistently, then this perk deactivates anyways once you get to that point. But we're talking about if you're solo queuing, there may be some games where you may not get 2 or 3 gens done. You may be stuck on 4 gens or 3 gens. So with that being said, there's a lot of value in this, especially in solo queue. Just once you're off the hook, you've got 80 seconds of endurance. Your aura is not going to be shown to the killer. Your grunts of pain and sounds are completely silent. It's just a lot of value in one perk, especially with the Iron Will nerf last update, or the update before. This one's just, it's very strong. Like I said, you don't have to use it. The built-in borrowed time, I believe, just got an update to where now it's, instead of 5 seconds, it's 10 seconds. So you really don't probably need this, but I like it more for the silence factor. Once I'm off the hook, I'm completely silent. It gives me time to kind of recuperate, maybe set up a boon, maybe do some gen time, etc. So it's just a great perk. And then these go hand in hand. Circle of Healing. If you don't know what boon Circle of Healing is, you probably haven't been playing the game, and that's fine. But the boons are almost in every game you'll play. One person's probably going to have a boon set up. It's just so much value for your whole team. It's one perk that benefits everybody. If you don't know boons, you set it up on a dull totem, and it sets up a healing aura for your team to come and get their health states back. It's just really strong. And if the killer destroys it, unless they have, I think there's only one perk in the game, I think, that completely destroys a boon. But you can just keep setting it up. If the killer keeps snuffing it out, you can keep setting it up and constantly keeping your team healthy. And that's what's so strong about this in solo queue, is that anyone on your team, even if you're not communicating, they can see where this is at and get healed up without needing the help of a teammate. So really strong. Small game, you don't have to use small game. I think that there's better perks for finding totems anyways. Detective's Hunch being one of those perks. But small game for me, first of all, I don't have Detective's Hunch unlocked. But small game is just, it's real simple. Once you get close to a totem within 12 meters, it'll give you a little like auditory cue that you're within range of one, so you know that you can go set up another boon. It cuts out all the extra time of trying to look around the map for totems. It works really well with boon. I don't like spending extra time or wasting time looking for a totem whenever I can just have a perk that instantly lets me know where one's at. So that's the first build. That's the one I use probably 75 to 80% of my games. This build here, though, might actually be the best build in the game. The meta may shift a little bit. Update just came out, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It released the new Killer Wesker, released the 2 new Survivors, one that I'm playing on. They have some new perks. I don't know if those will shift the meta much. Wiretap is a new perk that just came out. That might shift a little bit. It seems pretty strong just from what I've seen. But I don't know if it's a meta shifting perk. This build, though, I have Sprint Burst on here just for the sake of options. Like I said, I think Life is the best exhaustion perk, but you can use whatever you would like here. Again, we have Off the Record. Prove Thyself is very strong. 2 updates ago, gens they start taking an extra 10 seconds to repair. With this, it kind of offsets some of that time. Whenever you're with a teammate or multiple teammates, every teammate that you're working on a gen with gets 15% repair speed progress or bonus. And that's really strong. That stacks really well with your teammates. It just helps you fly through gens easier. There's a lot of perks that killers use that kind of halt the gen progression, that reset gen progression. So being able to just hop on a gen with 2 people at the beginning of a game and get a gen done before the killer is ever even seen is really strong. I recommend you have, if you're playing with a team, I think at least 2 people need to have this. If you're playing by yourself, obviously you can't rely on what other people are going to use, but Prove Thyself is really strong. There's a couple options of things to pair with Prove Thyself. I think situational awareness is very good, but I've always had the mindset that I want my teammates to not have to play around me and that I want to play around my teammates. Situational awareness basically shows the generator that you're working on to your teammates so they can come and join you to get this Prove Thyself bonus. But the problem with that is you don't always know if your teammate's going to come join you on the gen because they're randoms. They may want to go hide in a locker. They may want to crouch around the map, sneaking around. So you really don't know. So a good a good combo to go with Prove Thyself is, where is it? Let me find it. Bond. Bond lets me play around my teammates without having to worry about what they're doing. If I see one of my teammates, I can either go help them with the gen and get that Prove Thyself value going, or I could even use it for healing, or I could use it for body blocking. I just think Bond is actually kind of slept on. Again, some of these perks are interchangeable. You don't have to use Prove Thyself. You don't have to use Bond. You can use what works best for you, but these are just the builds that I've had the most success, and they're what helped get me to red rank pretty easily, going almost 90% solo queue. So Bond is something I've used a lot. I also use Bond with some of my medic builds. Like if I'm using this one, every now and again, I'll even throw on Bond instead of Off the Record just to have some extra value to go and heal my teammates. It's kind of up to you. The items also, I didn't equip an item on either build because it's kind of up to your personal choice. If I'm using the medic build, I might go Toolbox to kind of cover both bases of the game. And then if I'm using the gen progression build, I may go Medkit just to kind of, like, again, offset the weakness of the build. But you could go Toolbox with Prove Thyself. You could go Medkit with the Boon. It's up to you. You could go heavy one play style. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. These are the 2 builds. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's anything you want to see moving forward, again, let me know. I'm new to this. I'm still learning. I'm trying to just start pumping out some content. I would like to start posting at least 2 videos a week. It's going to take some practice. I've got a lot to learn. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video.